first club for Thai boxing was OB Muay Thai in Johnson. It's still the same one I train at to this day.
Easy fucking work.
I mean, I've known Lee nearly 2 years now. I don't even think I've ever seen him take a day off. It's actually quite scary.
I started when I was 18, just about to turn 19. Just came through the doors with a few pals. A few started, a few Marys left, and I'm the last man standing.
Come on, Lee! Come on, Lee!
Why am I worth watching? Well, it's pretty, in my personal opinion, it's either I'm going to get knocked out or I'm going to go for the knockout. There's a reason that the nickname's Paul Pell. I have a 100% guarantee you're never going to get a boring fight with me.
A fucking job, by the way, holy fuck, man.
Yeah, those that are close to me, especially those that are extremely close to me, definitely think I'm either on the spectrum or a total lunatic. I mean, it might seem that way from the outside, but I was talking to my pal the other day about this, one of my training partners. Shout out to Calum Hooper, good boy. And everybody's got their poison, right? Some people it's gambling, go to the bookies, bedding at the weekend, taking a bit of gear, a bit of weed, all the rest of it. For me, it's fighting, and for me, it's training. But see, because it's so alien to most people, it's hard for others to wrap their heads around it. It's perfectly normal to somebody to go out every single weekend and spend 60% of their wages on stuff that they're never going to get back in return, right? But for me to spend a few hours, or more than a few hours, each day obsessing over a craft that I want to perfect and pushing my body to the limit in pursuit of that, I'm the psychopath. And I can see that to the outside. I definitely can see it. There's no doubt about it.
I think what makes Lee a different fighter is his pace and his consistency. I mean, he's able to hit you as hard as he can in the first, through it towards the fifth. His pace is relentless and it makes people fold essentially. Like, there's so many strikes coming at you and you don't know what to do. If you're not really slick in the back foot, he's just going to walk you down and just finish you. That's compared to these other boys in Scotland, he does that differently. Not like no one else. But he's definitely the most consistent person. He's disciplined. I mean, he does all the right things. His recovery, his nutrition, he does everything right. So that's what makes him like the way he is.
I get you.
Yeah.
What do you think is in the future for Lee? What do you think he's capable of?
One championship for sure. I think that's where he's destined to end up one day.
Plan is, I get to LAN, start kicking fuck at every cunt. Calum gets to the UFC, and he starts strangling fuck at every cunt.
Yeah.
Body! Yes! Give me! That's it! He's done! Yes!
And I think if you 100% believe in something yourself, then no doubt you're probably going to make it happen one way or another. Will there be setbacks? Probably. But will he just overcome them? Yes. He will take his shots 100%, like any shot that he can take, he'll throw himself into it, which is what you kind of need.
My name's Calum Hooper. I've been at Arriva Grappling. I've known Lee for about 2 years now. We've been training consistently for a year. I met him just through a mutual friend who used to train out here, and he came down to some of the MMA sparring, and then we just kind of clicked for the end. We just started training, just started pushing each other.
Again. Cross.
But ever since I started training with Lee, that's when I started really levelling up.
Big teeth.
I mean, you're starting to see it in my fights as well. I mean, I've had a fight in November and a fight in March, both wins, so that's a lot of that's down to Lee.
Excellent.
I take full credit. Absolute full credit. He was doing nothing with me. Never forget that. Before I started fighting me, I was just saying, you're an average guy.
What I'm really getting at is, how did fighting change you?
It gave me a purpose. Not to get pure deep and therapeutic about it and that, but see, having something to drive towards constantly, It's comforting. So outside of Thai boxing, you've got very little time to manoeuvre and pick up other hobbies, but for me, I like to stick to at least something that isn't a main focus and stressor almost. So for me personally, I always like to either revert back to some of my childhood favourites like reading and drawing. Recently, the past couple of years, I've actually been extremely into like Stoicism and Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, stuff like that, and then books centred around that, like Ryan Holiday, great author, somebody I'd actually highly recommend. And drawing, just because I get to turn my brain off, listen to a podcast, listen to a wee bit of a video essay in the background and just zone out.
Hey! Hey! Again! Hey! Fucking Yasli! Easy!
I look at every opponent like they're a world champion.
You've got to be, yeah.
I just think complacency kills me, and come back like being non-humble, non-grounded is what's going to catch you out. You shoot so often in any sport. Attitude's a major thing in fighting specifically. Any sports, I think you need to have a mental edge. But I heard it best off another fighter before that fighting is 90% mental and 10% physical. I do believe that, if I'm totally honest, because I've seen some horrible physically conditioned boys and technically conditioned fighters. They've got the biggest confidence in the world and they go out there and smash it out the park just because they believe they are the best on the planet. The problem with that is though, you're gonna come up against somebody who's just as confident as you, but they're technically and physically more superior than you. Then you kind of get brought back down to reality. But for the most part, if you're confident in yourself, it'll take you to the moon and back. What I think makes Muay Thai different from other sports, if I'm totally honest, is just the brutality of it. With boxing and kickboxing, you're taking bits out and you're adding bits. With Muay Thai, it's the art 8 limbs, as they say. So there's no place to hide. You can't duck and weave as best you can because you're going to get kicked in the head. You can't hug because you're just going to get elbowed in the clouds. It's meant to be a non-stop contact sport. What appeals to me the most about it is just the brutality of it. There's no hiding, so only the strongest survive. How am I feeling about the fight? Pretty excited, if I'm totally honest. Like, see any fighter who says, oh, I'm 100% going to kick his cunt in, 100% going to win, blah blah blah. Like, well, no, that's not the case, because if you 100% knew you were going to win, where's the fun in it? You know what I mean? There's no challenge. Yeah. But of course you can lose, anybody can lose. Even Mike Tyson lost, he was the fucking baddest man on the planet. But I'm pretty calm about it all. Not because I'm that sure I'm going to win, which I am. It's more just finally getting to show your hard work on a big stage. Yeah. That's calming. Like the fact that it's all coming to an end and you're finally going to get to perform and show everybody how good you've got. Whether you lose though, alright, cool, but did you still do your best performance?
Elbow! Elbow with elbow! Elbow!
Pick up the tempo if I go to the venue about 2 hours before my fight, and I've sat down with all my crowd and that, and then I kept feeling like their table that look at me, and I'm like, whatever, and then it's my missus that pointed out, she's like, that's all the opponents, like full crowd and family there and all, so it's like my supporters, and then it's just like a power of Irish, just like, I'm talking right next to each other. It happens all the time because it's easy for promoters just to go, Lee's fighting him, he's fighting him when they're allocating all the seats out, but they don't think in their head, it's maybe not the smartest ideas to put people right next to each other. So it was funny, right? Because then we go out there and my pal Rude Boy, who's my main cornerman, I sent him the footage of my opponent weeks back, and I'm like, have a look at that, mate, and see if you see it. And he's like, aye. And then he go out there and he's like, and I just looked there and he's sitting at the table on his iPhone, like watching the fights I sent him, because he hadn't watched it. So he was like doing almost like his homework the night before the test. I'm like, mate, we're fighting in like 40 minutes, and he's like, aye, I'm just seeing. He's like, right, in my prep work, I feel like we took that to a different level, that one, especially with the length of it. 18 weeks was something else, mate. It's a totally different ball game. I'll be doing that again, right enough. 18 weeks is a bit too long. The fight and the journey down went as smooth as we thought it was going to go. It wasn't as long as we thought the journey would be, so it was made it a bit easier. Just getting down there, so no focusing on it too much. But then the fight itself, as you'll see for the footage that the man out here is going to be releasing, it went pretty much how we thought the game plan was going to go, mate. Tall, Thai, big aggressive, no aggressive style he's got, but he is extremely Thai style. But nutrition, dieting, controlling the stress management and all, it was insane. So I definitely, the prep work was flawless. No injuries, no nothing, so on to the next.
If you could see in the future, in 2 years, and he's a big superstar, what do you think now would be important for you to remember?
Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. It's as cliche as it sounds and all that. The highs are high and the lows are low, but you would pay anything to come back and live these moments right now. So stay present and just soak it all in.
Basically for him to remember, like, forget about everybody else, because even now when he's not as big a name, people have all got something to say and they don't know him. They've all got to put their 2 pence in, so like if he was to come even bigger, just for him to stay focused on his goals, focused on what his path is, and just go for it and ignore all the other noises.
Okay. You'll be fine, mate. It's not a body shot. Right, so the first one we'll do is 1, 2, up. I'm opposite to beat, and then the second one is a number 5. Like that, okay? Sorry, mate, relax. Right, so.
You had an evil bastard, man.
Oh mate, I don't know if I can do it now.
No, the other one goes to the ribs, it's a different
The other
part.
one's actually on the same spot. It's like the 2 red bits, okay? So you need to just keep your hands.
Keep your hands above your head,
That's it, right? So it's bam, 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 okay? 1. What is it going there? Right, see, number 5's really bad. 1.
Okay, right, done.